What's going on, everybody? If you don't know me, my name is Mike Carlucci, and I help you to stand out from the crowd on social media and be the eagle that is flying over the herd of sheep in the opposite direction, doing what everybody else is not doing, saying what everybody else is not saying, and speaking to the same people with a different message, which is causing a different result, also known as breakthroughs for your audience that they are not getting from anybody else in your market because they keep saying the same things over and over again, and your audience is getting sick of hearing it. And what I want to talk about today is one of the most important things regarding videos on social media for anything. If you want people to listen to you, if you want people to go into your funnel and all of that stuff, if you want to get people from social media that are buying your products, you will need to do this. You need to give them clarity. And what does that exactly mean? I'm going to go into it in this video. And first of all, what I want to bring up is headlines.luccimedia.com. Headlines are literally one of the most important things on a video. It is the first thing that somebody sees. Your headline on a video grabbing your viewers' attention is the make or break for whether they stay or not. And what if that person would have stayed and would have bought your product, but they didn't like the headline, so they just scrolled because they thought the video was going to be too boring? But if they just stuck around for like 5 more seconds, they would have got massive value out of that video. You got to get the headline right. So on headlines.luccimedia.com, I have a training that has 10 headlines that have reached 1.6 million people for me, and I'm giving it straight over to you. If you want that, go to headlines.luccimedia.com. Anyways, let's jump into this. Anyways, let's talk about giving your audience clarity on social media. We all need clarity. You know, if we don't have a path to get to where we want to go, it seems like messed up and we get overwhelmed and stuff like that. It doesn't feel good. And the one thing that I say a lot is that a lot of people on social media in every industry, including your market, are just spewing a bunch of information down people's throats, giving them no clarity on this information. The information might be really good, and if they took it and made it actionable, then maybe they could get somewhere with it. But the first time someone sees something, if it is not actionable, they are not going to understand it. And therefore, they're not going to watch the video, and therefore, they're not going to become a customer. So the more clarity that you can give a viewer on something that is actionable and valuable, and they see how it can change their life in some little way, the more likely they are to start seeing you as the top dog for what you talk about. Anyways, I made this tweet on social media recently, and it says, do this in your social media videos, and it will never be the same for you. Number 1, admit the limitations people may have when they do what you are saying in the video. You need to acknowledge these things before they even think about them. This is called the agreement frame. Like, yes, if you do this, this might come up. This problem might come up. You know, you might be struggling a little bit with this. And if you do this, it might be a little bit hard at first. And then after you admit the limitations that somebody might have, what you do is you use the magic word, and that magic word is but. So you say, you're going to have this limitation, but, and then we go to step number 2. Number 2 is eliminate that friction and give your audience hope. Like, you may have some of these problems over here, but you know, it's going to be the best decision of your entire life. It's going to completely change your life in this area if you just take these actions that I am going to say in this video. So when you do that, you're giving them a clearly defined outcome. You're giving them something that they can actually see in their minds and see it very boldly and brightly. And therefore they get excited about what you're talking about, and they're more likely to take action because they understand how important it is. And then after you give them hope, you go on to number 3, which is reveal the stupid simple way of doing it to get results. Hand it to them on a silver platter. And by the way, using your tone of voice, you can make it seem even more clarifying the things that you're saying. If you say, oh, you know, this is stupid, just do this, just do this. Everybody complicates this thing, but you know, if you just do these 3 steps, I promise you, this is just, it's so easy. Don't overcomplicate it. If you can be like that in your video, it will give people a lot more clarity. And if you do this A to Z format where you're giving people actionable, instant gratification results from taking action on your steps, they are never going to leave you. So that's it. Take that and run with it. Have a good one.